Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Who else? The Mattress Man. I'm at Decorator's Gallery, located right here in San Antonio, where you can find more living rooms, more bedrooms, more dining rooms, more furniture, and all for less money. Come see the Mattress Man, where you can get a twin-size mattress, $39, a full-size mattress, $39, a queen-size mattress, $39. Mattresses, mattresses, more mattresses. I've never seen so many mattresses and so much furniture. That's Decorator's Gallery, IH 35 in Wilson. Hey, where you guys taking me? Hey, come on, I'm not finished. Hey, wait.
In 1904, Charlie Gurinsky traveled to America. He settled in Texas, and the C.H. Gurinsky cattle market became the largest in the Southwest. He believed in buying smart and trading fair. His son ran the family farm and dairy, and now his grandson applies that same tradition of honesty and value to the jewelry business, now the largest independent jewelers in South Texas. Gurinsky's Jewelers, a South Texas tradition of integrity and value.
Enjoy Sally, 9 a.m. weekdays on KENS TV. The following Eyewitness News program was recorded earlier.
Eyewitness News, San Antonio's top-rated satellite newscast.
Good evening. An 18-year-old San Antonio man is behind bars tonight, charged with killing a young girl while she was holding her baby. This afternoon, police arrested Joe Pena IV at his home. Pena is accused of shooting to death 16-year-old Lucy de la Fuente. The murder occurred almost 2 months ago at the Daisy apartment complex on the east side. De la Fuente was carrying her 4-month-old child when she was hit by 2 bullets. She died at Brooke Army Medical Center. The baby suffered arm and finger injuries. Police say a feud between Pena and the woman was the motive for the shooting. Pena is being held tonight on a $50,000 bond. Police may also charge him with injury to a child. Universal City Police have cracked that city's latest murder case just hours after discovering the execution-style slaying of a local man. Handcuffed and charged with murder, police escorted 24-year-old Frederick Buchanan, dressed in the black jacket, and 21-year-old Randall Vest in the white T-shirt to the Bexar County Jail. The pair confessed to police they killed their friend, 21-year-old Douglas Wyman, and dumped his bullet-riddled body in Cibolo Creek near Kitty Hawk Road sometime early Monday morning.
Investigation revealed that the victim was shot by both subjects numerous times by both a .25 caliber semi-automatic and a 9mm semi-automatic pistol.
2 suspects are in the Bexar County Jail tonight. Bail has been set at $100,000 apiece. Police say a telephone number found in the victim's wallet led them to the suspects. What one Missouri resident described as a grip of fear over his town has been broken tonight. Police in California, Missouri, have arrested a man suspected of killing 3 law enforcement officers and a sheriff's wife. James Johnson, a military-trained sniper, surrendered this evening after a 2-day door-to-door manhunt. Earlier today, schools and many businesses there were closed, and residents in the town had locked their doors, afraid to go outside. Should a pit bull be considered a deadly weapon under Texas law? That question is at the heart of a trial that begins tomorrow in Kerrville. 28-year-old Michael Wilson of San Antonio is on trial for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon on a peace officer. Prosecutors say Wilson ordered the dog to attack 2 DPS troopers. It's the first case of its kind in Texas.
The issue in this case is the instrument of the assault being an animate object, dog, as opposed to an inanimate object like a stick or a gun or something of that nature.
Well, a dog is an independent animal. But like I said, I think we're going to have to wait and see how the evidence unfolds before we are able to present or discuss our defense.
Testimony is expected to begin tomorrow. The Kerrville City Council wants to see a proposal for an animal ordinance on paper. Council members tonight authorized the Animal Welfare Society to draft an ordinance that would fine owners $75 if their pets are running wild and aren't spayed or neutered. That fine would be dropped if the pet owner agrees to have it sterilized.
Come a long way. If you don't want your animal sterilized, if you don't want the $75 fine, then don't let your animal run at large. We're not going to be peeking over the fence to see what your dog has and doesn't have. So, you know, if you don't want to suffer the consequences, just simply don't let your dog run at large.
Caulfield has 9 dogs and 13 cats of her own, all of which are fixed. An alleged pit bull attack here this morning has a local cat owner considering court action. Carol Sutherland claims her cat was eaten by a pit bull in northwest Bexar County. The remains of the cat were nowhere to be found, and it was upsetting to the owner.
You gonna file on this, neighbor?
Yeah.
What do you think that'll accomplish?
Well, it might help them learn to keep their dogs in. Because, you know, the cat didn't do anything. It was just there. It hurt. I cried because it's real sad. I had nightmares all night about it.
Animal control officers left a notice of the incident for the owner of the pit bull. An area man today felt the bite of the KMOL County Animal Ordinance. Ken Black was ordered to pay $50 plus court costs for his handling of a Bengal tiger. Last summer, authorities removed the tiger Black kept on his property in KMOL County. Shanda is now housed at the San Antonio Wild Animal Orphanage. Black still faces 3 additional state and county charges of violating ordinances which restrict the ownership of wild animals. An elderly San Antonio woman was seriously injured tonight when she was hit by a car while trying to cross a west side street. Amparo Martinez and her husband were walking home around 8 o'clock when the woman was struck by a compact sedan. The impact threw Martinez into the air. She suffered severe head injuries. Her husband wasn't hurt. The driver of the car said he didn't see the woman until it was too late to stop. Martinez was rushed to Medical Center Hospital, where her condition tonight is listed as undetermined. A South Side woman is claiming a rapist is on the loose and that the district attorney's office refuses to do anything about it. She claims her 15-year-old daughter at Harlandale High School was taken against her will by a man who later raped her, and she says the man is still free because the DA won't pursue the case. Sabrina Smith joins us now with more. Sabrina?
Fred, District Attorney Steve Hilbig says it's really not that simple. He claims he's trying to make an arrest. The mother says he's not trying hard enough.
We'll call this woman Linda. Linda claims a rapist abducted her daughter from Harlandale High School. The alleged incident happened almost 2 months ago. Linda's daughter was late to class. She was walking by herself through the school parking lot. Linda says that's when a man grabbed the sophomore at knife point and took her to his home.
He took her clothes and he raped her. He put a handkerchief in her mouth, and she was screaming, but nobody heard her.
Linda claims her daughter escaped when the man went to answer his door. 2 days later, the 15-year-old identified the man in a police photo. The girl's father is furious. He wonders why the district attorney has not indicted the man.
I'm angry inside. It hurts. I just feel like if they're not going to handle it, they're over the waves.
They're taking their time about it. The man is still out in the streets. I've seen him. And they should have arrested him.
District Attorney Steve Hilbig says he's investigating, but he can't issue an arrest warrant yet.
At the present time, we just do not have sufficient evidence where we believe that the issuance of a warrant is appropriate.
Hilbig won't comment on the insufficient evidence, but sources say the girl didn't get a medical exam after the alleged attack. They claim that's what's holding up the case. The girl's mother says she did get an exam. She promises to keep talking about this incident until the man is arrested. Meanwhile, while she's talking, Harlandale school officials aren't saying anything. Fred, they won't comment about the case.
How long did the parents wait before they went to the police about this?
They waited 2 days, they say, and that could contribute to the fact that this case is being hard to prosecute.
All right, Sabrina, thank you. The fate of William Kennedy Smith could be in the hands of the jury by tomorrow. Today, Smith spent 4.5 hours on the stand recounting his version of what happened the night he allegedly raped a woman at the Kennedy estate in Florida. Smith told a very different story from his accuser, saying she picked him up at a bar and offered him a ride home. Smith said they had consensual sex.
We started to neck.
And then what happened?
Well, she unbuttoned my pants, and I took her panties off, and with her help, and we embraced.
Smith testified he told his cousin Patrick that the woman was, quote, a real nut because she kept calling him Michael and even asked to see his ID. If all goes as scheduled, closing arguments could get underway tomorrow morning. The case could go to the jury by the end of the day.
Eyewitness News is sponsored in part by the law offices of Pat Maloney.
New life could be breathed into Lutheran General Hospital if a local group has its way, and Southside officials want to put a state prison in their backyard.
I'm Russell Rhodes.
And I'm Deborah Ramsey in the piney woods of East Texas, the little town of Crockett. Tomorrow on Eyewitness News at 6 a.m., My Hometown Videos goes to my hometown, Crockett.
I'd take this if I were you. Some of the most beautiful Christmas ornaments in the entire world are on sale at the Whitty Museum. We'll show you some of the selections at the International Christmas Store.
And we'll be looking for an increasing chance of rain here in San Antonio.
Also tomorrow, Jim Thomas and Patsy Swenson are cooking up a holiday recipe.
The FBI's Most Wanted, all the news, Traffic Watch 5, 6 a.m. tomorrow.
They're not hip or modern, fancy or fashionable. They no longer fit your prescription or your style. But for one person living in a developing country, these used eyeglasses will put the world in focus, maybe for the very first time. Don't throw away someone's chance for a clearer tomorrow. Donate your used eyeglasses.
The Bexar County Hospital Board of Directors took steps tonight to help out San Antonio's medically indigent. The board discussed the purchase of the bankrupt Lutheran General Hospital and how to improve health care provided at the Brady Green Clinic. Kevin Lovell reports.
Changes that'll come to this contract.
The Bexar County Hospital Board of Managers emerged from an almost one-hour executive session to unanimously approve a resolution providing for the administration to secure the property at 701 South Zarzamora, namely Lutheran General Hospital. It'll be the duty of Hospital District President John Guest to enter into the most advantageous purchase price for the West Side facility that closed in September. The hospital board also tentatively approved a plan to provide more efficient health care for the 50,000 or so patients who fill Brady Green Clinic every year. Up to now, UT Health Science physician instructors and residents treated only an average of 1.7 patients per hour. But a new arrangement will provide for 7 full-time Southwest Medical Group physicians to begin staffing Brady Green. They'll treat almost twice the number of patients.
Our expectation is that it would mean faster service for those patients. They'll be seen by fully trained, experienced physicians. There won't be the time that's sometimes lost in the teaching model.
The physician's contract will cost the hospital district an extra $360,000 next year. But that's a drop in the bucket compared to the almost $1.7 million tentatively approved to open 2 satellite healthcare clinics on San Antonio's west and southwest sides. So not counting the acquisition price for Lutheran General, the hospital district is prepared to spend an additional $2 million for health care services for San Antonio's poor in 1992. Health care will be better, but at a cost. Kevin Lovell, Channel 5 Eyewitness News.
The South Side could become home to a 2,200-bed state prison. City and county officials met today to prepare a proposal aimed at bringing a prison to town. The state plans to sell $1 billion in bonds to build 5 new prison units around the state, and Bexar County would like to have one of them.
The one thing that makes it acceptable in my eyes, being a resident of the South Side and living about 1.5 miles from the police academy, is that we're talking about between 800 and 1,000 jobs.
The prison would pump $17 million a year in payroll into the economy. The deadline for submitting applications is mid-January. It isn't known what tax incentives might be offered, but the state does want 300 acres of land to be donated. Another major economic announcement is expected tomorrow. That's when officials with the QVC Home Shopping Network plan to announce that a major customer service facility will be located here. It'll be built in the Westover Hills area of northwest San Antonio. QVC is expected to generate about 2,000 jobs. Still ahead, experts cast a watchful eye over springs in Points North, and later veterans win a monumental battle in Kerr County.
Shriners helped kids. Kids like Rich Belanger.
5 years ago, I lost my feet in an accident. Thanks to Shriners Hospitals for Crippled Children, I've been able to remain as active as my friends. More active than some. And the care that I received at Shriners Hospitals didn't cost me or my family 1 penny. If you know someone under the age of 18 with a problem of the bones, joints, or muscles, the Shriners might be able to help.
Shriners Hospitals. 1-800-237-5055.
Only at Todds will you find the very finest in men's clothing and footwear gathered from the fashion capitals of the world. Traditional American by Oxford and Southwick. Classic Italian from Zegna, Missoni, and Ferragamo. And exclusively at Todds, the world-renowned neckwear collection by Hermes of Paris. At Todds, you'll find San Antonio's only in-store shop devoted exclusively to Giorgio Armani. Todds North Star Mall, San Antonio's finest store for men.
For complete news information anytime, day or night, call Eyewitness News headlines at 524-4600, then press KENS, a service of Eyewitness News and Barry's Camera and Video.
The feasibility of augmenting the KMOL and San Marcos Springs was a hot topic tonight at the Board of Directors meeting for the Edwards Underground Water District. The district staff is looking at whether augmentation can be accomplished and if a full study should be started. Some board members feel adding water to the springs is needed and want studies speeded up. Others say they need to proceed carefully.
It's going to be almost impossible to design a comprehensive, meaningful, objective study that'll get the results we want. And I think we need to take a lot of time in developing the protocol or the format or the design of that study.
There was no action taken tonight on augmentation. Instead, the board directed the staff to continue studying whether a study is needed.
Study of a study is needed?
Study of a study, yeah. We had a few sprinkles here at the station tonight. What about the rest of town?
Well, yeah, it was kind of scattered. We had some areas with about 1/4 of an inch, as we talked about earlier. Some had none. So we've had one little wave come through. We've got a succession of several more, and then a cold front. So mixed all of that in, you got a chance of rain coming through. Satellite image shows you exactly what I'm talking about. You can see the cloud cover and how it kind of sits now over East Texas and right over San Antonio. But you look out to the west in West Texas, they're beginning to clear out somewhat. But then even further south of that is yet another batch of moisture, so it's very short-lived before things change again. And then again, we've got a couple of frontal boundaries. This first one's a Pacific front, so it's not as strong as the colder air behind that, and still some colder air further up into Canada. So we'll have that push through towards the weekend, and that will erupt more thunderstorms as it makes it through the area. High pressure dominated the eastern seaboard, so they saw some relatively nice weather. Out across the central half of the country, somewhat muggy. To the north, certainly colder weather and snow developing across the northwestern half of the U.S. And a flash flood watching effect as those upper-level waves move over Arizona. They're predicting some good showers. At this point, we're only seeing some scattered light rain over Arizona, Southern California, Nevada, into New Mexico, and of course that line of rain that's now moving through central Texas that maybe you saw some earlier today. Here's a real impressive time lapse. This tells you the whole story. We started out relatively clear this morning. Now here comes this wave of moisture with this little line of instability. That's what triggered the showers you saw tonight. And things begin to clear out, but here comes another even larger batch of moisture straight off the Pacific side. That'll come in tomorrow and keep you cloudy and then produce another opportunity for rain a little later on in the week. We do the automatic plot. You can see the rain. San Antonio City right here now kind of moving towards the northeast at about 20 miles an hour. Doppler 5 has verified that the entire evening. Temperatures have been relatively warm, as you can see, into the 50s up in the Panhandle compared to the 70s towards the south. It's a very muggy night. Here's your weather question. At what point is a snowstorm termed a blizzard? The answer when we come back.
For complete weather information anytime, day or night, call Eyewitness News Weather-Tel at 524-4600. Then press KENS, a service of Eyewitness News.
She was raped at the age of 5.
He made me bleed. Just left me there when he finished.
Pregnant at 14.
And I had a baby boy.
But the nightmare for her and her sister didn't end there.
There was crying, and my step-grandfather says, I told you to go put it in the hole.
She says, I buried my sister's baby alive. Next, Sally.
Sally, tomorrow at 9 on KENS TV.
Humbug. The holidays depress me. Maybe I'll foreclose on someone. That usually cheers me up.
Scrooge, you old miser.
Marley!
Why must you be so crotchety?
I'm not sleeping well.
Try a big Sur Waterbeds, Scrooge. You'll sleep like a baby. Choose from dozens of styles, all at penny-pinching prices.
Splendid, Marley. I'm on my way.
Yeah.
Oh, did that hurt, Marley?
Yeah.
Well, how about this? And
Big
this,
Sur Waterbeds, America's largest.
Doppler 5 showing you can see the scattered showers. They were in San Antonio. They continue to move towards the northeast, as we mentioned. We got to answer the momentous question with our weather wisdom here. At what point do you call this thing a blizzard? Well, it's when the winds exceed 35 miles an hour, the temperatures drop to below 20, then you just add a little snow there, just to kind of make things up. Weather wisdom, right as at P.O. Box TV5, will give you the answers to your questions. Let's see what's going on out there. Now, we continue to have the aquifer rising slowly, but it's up another 0.2 of a foot today. The pollen count, the moles have just gone nuts. They're real heavy at 44,000 parts per cubic meter. 64 outside and cloudy, 75 to 53 today. Your forecast says 20% chance of rain tonight, 40% chance of rain tomorrow. Afraid the rain continues. We'll begin to clear out later in the week.
All right. Kerrville veterans strike a victory. That when we come back. And former hostage Terry Anderson spends his first day back in the USA.
That you will always have a friend here at Carver High. Congratulations.
Decide what you're going to do after graduation, Michael.
Yep, I'm going to go home and make a sandwich. Well then, Michael. Hey, how you doing, Mr. G? I'm fine. Listen, what are you doing after graduation? I don't know. I was thinking about going home and brushing the teeth and combing the hair. Hey, what's up, girl? We made it.
Hey, I couldn't have gotten through physics without you.
Yeah, well, you're on your own at college.
It's not fair.
That's all right. I'm going to get a job, you know. I'm going to start working. I'm going to save. And I'll be in college in another year or two.
So, what do you have planned, Mike?
I think I'm going to go home and make a sandwich. Okay, man.
Support the United Negro College Fund. A mind is a terrible thing to waste.
Is it too late, Iceman?
No!
Are you sure it's not too late, Iceman? Iceman, is it too late?
And it's not too late to go to Mother's Window Tint.
Get a free cellular phone, and as a bonus, Mothers will tint your windows free. Free cellular phone, free window tint, free cellular phone, free window tint at Mother's Window Tint. Do it at Mother's and save.
The battle over where to locate a Kerr County Veterans Memorial is over tonight with veterans claiming victory. Kerr County commissioners unanimously voted to place the monument where its supporters originally wanted it. Larry Meyer reports.
After 3 months of mix-ups and controversy, the Kerr County Veterans Memorial Monument will be placed on this corner of the courthouse lawn where fundraisers wanted it in the first place. The controversy is over.
But now it's behind us, and we think that the monument will be up in about 30 days. They tell me the construction will take 30 days to finish it.
For now, the memorial remains crated here at a nearby cemetery. Construction back at the courthouse is expected to begin immediately. Supporters won't be able to change the dedication date. It's set in stone. But there will be a dedication someday soon in the spot where supporters wanted the monument all along.
Well, there's no words to describe it. All of us veterans, we feel like it, like winning the Battle of the Bulge or World War II or Vietnam, the whole thing. We are very happy, very elated.
It's settled, and let's get this thing up and the community be proud of it. Everybody's so proud of it anyway. And I don't think it's going to distract anything from the courthouse. That it might detract from the courthouse was one of the arguments used to prevent the monument from being dedicated last month on Veterans Day. County commissioners said they had to abide by a State Historical Commission recommendation not to put the monument here. But a recent letter made it clear it was just a recommendation and that commissioners were free to place the monument where the people wanted it. The controversy reunited veterans groups who are now anxious to get on with it. No problem. Let's pour some concrete, get this thing up.
In Kerrville, Larry Meyer, Channel 5 Eyewitness News.
Terry Anderson is back on U.S. soil. The former hostage arrived today in New York and checked in at the world headquarters of the Associated Press. Anderson is AP's chief Middle East correspondent. He was held hostage for 6 years, and already he says he's longing for a little seclusion. President Bush has another challenger for his job from within his own party. Conservative columnist and commentator Pat Buchanan announced his candidacy today for the Republican presidential nomination. Buchanan said Mr. Bush is a man of personal integrity but is out of step with the nation's needs. He said he hopes his campaign will at least pull the president back to the conservative fold. The Spurs tried to snap their losing streak in Indiana tonight. Dan is next with that, and life as a cat is far from perfect, especially when it's just an act.
Did you write that line, Fred?
No,
Perfect?
Yeah. I would like to have taken credit for it. But
He heard it pretty good, though. Perfect.
It's a contest that pits the champion against the challenger. The 4th annual Weight Watchers Battle of the Badges. San Antonio's police and fire departments are trimming down to benefit needy children through the Sparky Claus program and the Blue Santa program. And you can help both programs by donating new toys at all Video Center locations and all Weight Watchers locations. To help needy kids in the San Antonio area this Christmas, you need to drop off your toys by December 14th. For more information on Weight Watchers Battle of the Badges, call 341-6247. This financial update is brought to you by ABC Pest Control.
Johann Sebastian Bach's Mass in B minor. Audiences have been crazy about it for centuries. Come hear the San Antonio Symphony perform it live. Call 554-1010 for season tickets. You'll be mad if you don't. Come hear a few torch songs when Jose Feliciano performs with the San Antonio Pops. Call us at 554-1010 for tickets to the 91-92 season. It's going to be hot.
Attention people of San Antonio and all surrounding areas. The unexpected has happened. Fishers of San Antonio is offering bargains store-wide, the likes of which you've never seen before, and all of their remaining inventory from their great $2 million store closing sale at their Loop 410 location. Take advantage of these great values on sofas, sleepers, bedrooms, dining rooms, and much, much more. Open daily from 10 till 6 and Sunday 12 to 6. Don't miss this once-in-a-lifetime sale.
Hi, we're the Fishers. Trust us, this is the biggest sale in our 53-year history. Don't miss it.
Spurs are still on the skids tonight.
Yeah, it doesn't look good right now. Charter plane or no charter plane. They haven't won in December. For the first time since David Robinson joined the San Antonio team, the Spurs have now lost 5 straight ball games. San Antonio is winless in December. Indiana in their white home uniforms beat San Antonio 109-102 as the Spurs seemed to come unglued in the second half, committing a whole lot of turnovers. Reggie Miller led the Pacers with 25. Willie Anderson ended a slump and led all San Antonio scorers with 22, but it wasn't enough. David Robinson collected 20 for San Antonio. The final again, Indiana 109, the Spurs 102. Tomorrow night, San Antonio plays in Minnesota. Vinnie Johnson, a 12-year NBA veteran who played on Detroit's 2 NBA championship teams in 89 and 90, is expected to sign with San Antonio sometime this week. The 6'2 guard who once starred for Baylor was released by Detroit early this year after he had knee surgery. Now, the price will be right for Johnson here, or anywhere else for that matter, because he had a guaranteed contract with Detroit, so the Pistons will pick up about $1 million of his salary for this season. The veteran guard is now 35 years old. It was a busy night in the NBA. Let's go to the scoreboard now. Atlanta beat Milwaukee 118-104. Dominique Wilkins got 41 points. New York over New Jersey 114-88. Chicago beat Seattle 108-103. Dallas in overtime edged Miami 114-110. Phoenix is leading Detroit 89-82 in the fourth period. Utah out in front of Orlando 75-63 in the third. And at halftime, Portland 46, Houston 43. The other 2 West Coast games are very late starters. The Dallas Cowboys lost to Philadelphia 24-0 back in mid-September. But both teams have made a lot of changes since then. Nevertheless, that meeting in Texas Stadium, well, the Cowboys were badly beaten and outclassed. Sunday, those teams meet again in Philadelphia. Both sides will be battling for a playoff berth. Dallas coach Jimmy Johnson sees it as his biggest challenge since he became the Cowboys coach.
Well, this week we've got probably the biggest challenge that we have had since I've been with the Cowboys. We go up to Philadelphia and play a team that's playing extremely well. They've won 6 straight. I have said this before, but I say it again. They have as talented a team as there is in the NFL.
Howard Spire, the admitted gambler who is convicted of trying to extort $110,000 from George Steinbrenner, owner of the New York Yankees, today was sentenced to 2.5 years in prison. He took a very lousy gamble, and he lost very big. We'll take a break, and I'll be right back.
Do you remember Officer Friendly when you were a kid? Do you trust police as much today?
Do you have a right to brutalize?
You're talking about brutality. You don't know what led up to it.
What about your victims of these lizards that rape and rob and kill?
Go down to one of the criminal courts here and tell me how many white people are down there. They're not down there. It's racist.
Frustrated police meet some angry citizens on the next Oprah.
Tomorrow at 3 on KENS TV.
Who sells more mattresses for less money?
Hello,
San Antonio. I'm the Mattress Man, coming to you from Decorator's Gallery, where you get the lowest price in mattresses, the lowest price in living room, the lowest price in bedrooms, the lowest price in furniture. Make that drive to Decorator's Gallery, and you can get a twin-size mattress for $39, a full-size mattress, $39, a queen-size mattress, $39. More mattresses, more furniture, less money. Come see me, the Mattress Man, at Decorator's Gallery, I-35 in Waltham. We get into our furniture. Come on, guys, look alive.
I'm Russell Rhodes.
And I'm Deborah Ramsey. In the piney woods of East Texas, the little town of Crockett. Tomorrow on Eyewitness News at 6 a.m., My Hometown Videos goes to my hometown, Crockett.
I'd tape this if I were you. Some of the most beautiful Christmas ornaments in the entire world are on sale at the Whitty Museum. We'll show you some of the selections at the International Christmas Store.
And we'll be looking for an increasing chance of rain here in San Antonio.
Also tomorrow, Jim Thomas and Patsy Swinson are cooking up a holiday recipe.
The FBI's Most Wanted, all the news, Traffic Watch 5, 6 a.m. tomorrow.
For 24-hour sports updates, call Eyewitness News sports headlines at 524-4600, then press KENS, a service of Eyewitness News and the people of Cellular One.
The Southwest Texas State Bobcats went to Kentucky tonight, and they bit off a whole lot more than they could chew. Kentucky, using every sub, coasted to a 46-point win. Could have been a whole lot worse. The final was 82-36. Kentucky, ranked 9th in the nation, will be in white as we check out a few points.
For Kentucky, that is their 17th rebound of the night. Martinez has 3. Three-pointer. Neil Brown. There's Belfry. Belfry with 8 points.
Well, they had a big crowd up at Rupp Arena. Maybe the Bobcats made a nice payday. And college basketball, now let's go to the scoreboard and pick up all the rest of them. Kentucky over Southwest Texas as reported. New Mexico beat the Texas Aggies 94-72. Number 6 Oklahoma State over Louisiana Tech by 6 points. Number 13th ranked Indiana beat Vanderbilt 88-51. 16th rated Iowa over Northern Iowa 99-77. Number 19 Arkansas beat Kansas State 70-59. And Oklahoma leads Texas 104-86 late in the second half with just about a minute left in that ball game. Long Beach State University's football program, financially strapped and plagued by a lack of fan support, dropped football today. School officials say they may return the program in the future on a lesser scale out of the top division 1A bracket. And Fred, I don't think Long Beach State belonged in